I'm Lexi. I'm in the US.
And I'm James. I'm in the UK. We had so much fun making our first Cadbury video that we've decided to do a part two. Plus, Lexi likes British chocolate. If you want to watch part one, then we will put the link down below. So have a look and see what you think. What bars have you got today, Lexi?
These look really good. Shall we start with something simple again? The Whisper? Now this has bubbles in it. They're calling it aerated chocolate. We don't really do aerated chocolate over in the US. Okay, it looks just like a basic chocolate bar when you open it. When you bite through it, it's really light. You can feel the bubbles. It's basic Cadbury chocolate, the same as in the regular dairy milk and the twirl and the flake. So it really all comes down to texture. I think I'd probably pick a twirl over this. I'm trying to remember what I gave the twirl bar. That's the one that I gave a 0.5 to, right? A 7.5. I think I'll give this one a 7, just like the flake. It's the same chocolate. It's got a similar texture. It's probably not something I'd buy on a super regular basis, but it's good chocolate.
Okay, the Whisper. Now, I love it. It's just solid chocolate with tiny little bubbles in. They're a great bar. I remember when they were first introduced, actually. I think it was about 1983, 1984. And they've been a solid favourite all over Britain. Well, this is where we differ. I love the Whisper. Um, Obviously, you've got your favourites. I've got mine. You know, we can't be perfect in every way. But yes, the Whisper is a nice bar.
I'm gonna try the picnic bar next. And well, I'm sure this is a perfectly lovely bar and that many of you out there like it. I don't have high hopes for this one. On the pure basis, as I've said before, I'm not a big fan of raisins. Okay, you can see all the little bits through the chocolate. It's got a good bite to it. Some nice crunch from, I don't know, what's making it crunch? Little rice balls. And it's reminiscent of some of the Reese candy bars because it's got peanuts in it. But you can really taste the raisin on the back end of it. If it didn't have the raisins, I would love this. But with the raisins, I'll give it a 5. It's not a bad bar. If it didn't have the raisins, I'd score it a lot higher. But this is what they designed the bar to be, so that's the way I have to rate it.
Well done for trying it. I knew that raisins are a no go for you. But yeah, I agree. I like the picnic. I don't like it when it's room temperature. I prefer mine to be chilled so that the caramel is actually a lot harder. And it takes a lot to break it, but it makes it more solid. And in some ways, I feel it enhances the taste too.
I'm gonna try the chomp next. You said you like these, right? This is a thinner bar. Really thick caramel. It's just caramel covered chocolate. But it's that really chewy caramel that you almost feel like you could pull your fillings out with. And that stuff makes me kind of paranoid. I'm going to rate it a 4. I like caramel or caramel. I like Cadbury's chocolate, but I really prefer the softer caramel.
Oh, I'm disappointed you've only given it a 4. The chomp for me is a brilliant. I'm a lover of hard caramel anyway, especially with chocolate around it. There are other sweets in the UK like Reason, which is a German brand, which I absolutely love, and obviously in a lot of the tins of sweets you get at Christmas, there's obviously hard caramels covered in chocolate in those, and I do like them. But again, it's all down to personal choice, really.
I've really been looking forward to this one, the Dairy Milk Caramel. Some Cadbury bars have snuck into the US over the years, but one that we've had for a while is called a Cadbury Caramello bar. And it's one of my favorites. So I've been wanting to try this one to see if it's similar or the same. It does have a different shape than our Caramello bars. This has the same shape that the Dairy Milk did, where our Caramello bars have square sections. Those sections are also sealed off a little bit better from each other than in the Caramello bar. You break a Caramello bar like this, and you still have caramel trying to ooze out all over you. It's got a nice bite to it. Sorry. The caramel is softer, much softer than the chomp, but the Caramello bar here is literally like a liquid caramel inside. It would just, if you went like this, it would start dripping out on you. I think that I like that texture a little better, but this one, caramel is a bit more buttery. So I like this flavor better. I'm gonna give it a 9, I think. Because I do think I like the American version just a hair better, but that might just be because it's what I'm used to. If I could eat them both on a regular basis, I very well might find myself beginning to favor this one.
Now, Cadbury's caramel bars, I do not like. The soft caramel, I don't know why. I just don't like it. It's too sickly sweet for me. Even if it's got hazelnuts in or anything like that, I just don't like the gooey caramel. The chocolate's nice, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the gooey caramel.
And the last one we have to try is the fudge bar. Right away, the first thing you notice is it's a really small chocolate bar compared to anything in America, and honestly, really compared to anything I've tried from the Cadbury line so far. Does this only come in the one size, or does it come in larger options? I love this texture, but I don't know how well you can see that. This isn't at all anything an American would call fudge. Here, if you say fudge, you expect a dense, creamy, typically chocolate confection. This still has the same density, but it's not as creamy. I want to say it's crumbly, but it's not crumbly, fall apart, make a mess everywhere. It's just got a mouthfeel that breaks apart a little differently than American fudge. And as you can see, it's not chocolate. I'm not real sure what flavor this is. Just vanilla, maybe? The Cadbury chocolate on the outside dominates it. This one, I wonder if this one would go well in my candy bar cake. I'll have to try that sometime. It's really good. I'd like to see what I could do with it. But going into a store to buy a chocolate bar, I almost certainly wouldn't get this one just on the basis of size alone. But they are good. If I had them sitting around the house, they wouldn't last very long at all. So I guess I'm going to give this one a 7 too. 7 kind of seems to be my number right now.
I have great memories of fudge bars. As a young child, 3, 4 years old, my parents always used to buy me when we were out shopping. And I love them. They don't come in any bigger sizes than that. They are just small finger bars. And there was, in the 80s, a great little advertisement jingle, which you could probably find on YouTube. Nowadays, to be honest, I've not had one for a long time. And now that you just had one, I want one. So, do you want to hand one over? We are going to have to get more kinds for you to try. There is an absolute world of chocolate out there.
I'll need some time to recover first. But that's all for this time. So if you could give the video a like and then subscribe to be sure to see future videos.
We'll see you next time on Big Spoon, Little Spoon.